Chamber wants to help Halifax realize its potential to be among the top 3 highest growth economies in Canada by 2018. In order to do that, we need to grow our talented workforce. And in order to grow our talented workforce, we need to know and understand immigration. Come along with me as I speak to Gerry Mills from ISIS.
Immigrant Settlement Agency, so we provide supports to immigrants to be able to maximize their potential here. So we provide employment, business, language, volunteer support, employment support to be able to get them where they need to be. But we also do the other piece. You know, a long time ago we realized that immigrants were only part of the jigsaw. The other part of the jigsaw are employers, are the community. So we also work very much with both the community and employers for them to be able to build their capacity to be able to integrate immigrants.
Mm-hmm. Why does Nova Scotia need immigrants?
The labour shortage, we know the labour shortage is looming, if not already here. For the last couple of years, immigrants have been the reason why there's been labour force growth. We have the largest number of people, 65 plus, in Nova Scotia, in the country. Immigrants bring wealth, they bring education, they bring experience, they bring families. So on a couple of different levels, we need immigrants in this province.
So tell me why Nova Scotia businesses should hire immigrants.
You know, if you want to do export, you need to diverse your workforce. Not just diverse your workforce, you want to be able to access those global markets. You want to be able to have different languages within your workforce. You need innovation, you need new ways of thinking. And of course, immigrants bring investment too, to put into Nova Scotian businesses.
How many immigrants are actually coming to our province?
2,370 people came into Nova Scotia last year. People think that the number of immigrants is increasing because they see more diversity in the community. But what they see, in fact, are temporary residents, international students, and temporary foreign workers. Back in the 1990s, we used to have 3,500 immigrants coming into the province. So it's gone down and it's flatlined for the last number of years.
Tell me a little bit about the changing role of business in attracting immigrants to our economy.
What the federal government is trying to do is to encourage employers to take an even bigger role. So in 2 years' time, there's going to be something called the expression of interest. And the way that immigrants are going to be able to come in the country into Nova Scotia then is that they're going to put their resume into a database, and employers are going to go into that database and select that immigrant for a job. And that's going to trigger the immigration process. Now, our Nova Scotian employers are not ready for that.
How can ISIS and the Chamber work together?
To get our employers ready for that. And ISIS is certainly trying to do that. We have right now something called a skills match, which is a very similar sort of thing, a database where employers can go in and look at immigrants. When we start thinking about this, the employers are going to be selecting our citizens.
Mm-hmm. Are the immigrants that we're attracting, are they staying?
New research from Arthur Ackbury out of St. Mary's has said that we're keeping around about 70%. His research also says that, you know, people who stay here in Nova Scotia have better economic outcomes, are less likely to be on social assistance than if they leave.
Tell us a little bit, Gerry, about how immigrants who come to Nova Scotia, how they rate compared to other jurisdictions in Canada.
They are twice as likely to be working in their profession in Nova Scotia than in most other provinces. They're doing better here and earning more money here than they are in other parts of the country.
How is Nova Scotia faring in terms of foreign credentials?
Well, ISIS has established a number of multi-stakeholder working groups in regulated professions. So in 11, 12 of the regulated professions, sitting around the table and mapping out what the process is, what the route is to licensure, and then providing the supports and the services that they need to be able to access the profession. And they have made huge inroads into and changed systems here in Nova Scotia, which is some of the reasons why people are doing really well. Some of the stats on that are that, for instance, the Medical Council of Canada just put out some research a couple of months ago and said that between 35 and 50% of international medical graduates, these are physicians, are passing their exams. Here in Nova Scotia, it's 78% after they've been through our programs. Pharmacists, the number is around about 50% are passing exams. It's 92 here for the last 3 years in Nova Scotia. Dentists, 100%. People are passing those exams here because we are working with all together to make this easier for people. And we've always said, you know, the province that gets this right, the province that makes this work so that people can come in and work in their profession as soon as they can, will win the prize on immigration.
We need to make this our competitive advantage for Nova Scotia.
But it's not just highly skilled people we need. We also need people. We need people to work in the service industries. Economic migrants don't have a monopoly on work. Family people work. Refugees work. Here at ISIS, we just did a program where we took refugees out of Bhutan, mostly in Iraq, and we now have 10 people, all of them, are now working full-time in the construction industry. And you know, I have to applaud the construction industry. They took a chance with that.
How could the Chamber and ISIS work together? I think together we can really be quite a force to be reckoned with.
We were really happy to see that the Chamber, as part of their new strategy, has growing the workforce and promoting immigration. So I think it's twofold. I think one is in the area of promoting immigration so that communities, so that employers in business understand the importance. And the other one is to be able to actually make this happen, increase immigrants. Employers, as I said, play a significant role in this, but we need some strategies to be able to do that. Let's build on the communities that are here already. Let's work with the people who are here. So I think there's a number of ways that we can work together to be able to do this.
Gerry, thanks so much for spending time with us today. We're hoping that this discussion will be seen and heard by many, and we look forward to working with you to bring more immigrants and having more immigrants stay in our city in the future.